have done the same things at school. I didn't realise this until, what, a couple of days ago or something. Somebody said to me something about, you know, them rubbers you used to have when you were younger that were 2 different colours, and you used to write yes on one bit and no on the other side. And you used to just ask questions and like flick it and then it would land and you'd be like, huh, you love this person because the rubber says so and it's always right. I thought I'd do a video on things that I think we all did at school. I have made a list of everything I think we all did at school. So I've already mentioned the yes and no rubber. And I'm going to whiz through a load of other stuff. And if you all did it at school as well, please let me know, because I want to know whether I had like an individual time at primary school or if literally every single little person at every single primary school went through the same thing when they were younger. Here we go. Did everyone have gel pens or like spider pens that you had to like squeeze and then go to the next bit and squeeze? No, you have to use black or blue pen, and then you just use a black and blue gel pen. Just so you can write in gel pen. I did. Did anyone ever try and do that trick? You put the letter I, C, U, P and like give it to, write it on a piece of paper and then give it to someone and then they say ICUP and you're like, ah, UCP. In assembly where you've got to sing songs like all the time and you end up just sitting there like, because you can't bother to sing. Did everyone at school have to clip lined paper, one bit of lined paper underneath a plain bit of paper when you were like making posters and things or like writing on plain bits of paper? Why don't they just give us lined paper? Getting hair braids after you've gone on holiday or something and coming back and like, I'll be like, oh my god, I love your hair braid, and there's like nothing teachers can do about it. And there's the whistling from my window again, that always wants to make an appearance in my videos and tries to steal my limelight. Ignore the whistling. Or what about the teachers always telling you, don't swing back on your chair. If you swing back on your chair, I know someone that fell back on their chair and he died. What about when you were younger and you were playing things like It and you had to pick who was it and you do like a little ippy dippy nation, my operation or something like that, around on their feet or something to pick who's going to be next, and there always seemed to be a slight change so it never landed on you or your best friend. Someone telling you about sniffing glue and it gets you high, so you sit in class like trying to sniff it, and also putting PVA glue on your arm and then sitting there peeling it off. So satisfying. Did it once though, when I was meant to be in bed, stuff way too much on, couldn't get it off my arm, had to get my mum up to help me get it off. When someone says to you, find a space when you're in PE or something, you end up going running around the hall and you're like swinging your arms around, you're whacking everyone in your way, and you end up whacking them around the face and they're like crying. You're like, well, you were in my space. But give out whiteboards and pens for like maths classes and stuff, and you go write down your answers, and you always get like the best whiteboard and the best pen for yourself, and you leave that there and you always put it like at the end. You find the really crappy ones and you give it to the people you don't like. I remember giving out Christmas cards to every single person, like the whole school when you were younger. What about getting your little gooey aliens pregnant? There was always this little rumour that they could get pregnant, and we spend the whole of our life, except playing with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever they're called, cards and all stuff like that. We always try to get them little things pregnant. And did they ever get pregnant? Unsticking yourself when you play stuck in the mud? Ignore the whistle. Unsticking yourself. Is it every time I talk? Every time I open my mouth you're going to whistle? Thank you. Yeah, and you're playing stuck in the mud and nobody's looking, you just carry on running and everyone's like, oh, you were stuck in the mud a minute ago, and you go, no I wasn't, no. Do you know that song, he's got the whole world in his hands? Did anybody ever sing the whole world in his pants? Also in my school we had to sing I got a hole in my bucket, and that song became the funniest song ever. If you know the whole of that song, and it goes on to say that you've got to fix the hole in the bucket with straw and stuff like that, it becomes really funny when you change it to a hole in my bum. What about when you're in assembly at school and you've got to sit on benches when you're in year 6 and you're like, yeah. Or like if you ever have like any achievers assemblies or anything like that and you get to sit on the bench and you're proper there like sit up straight as if you're one of the teachers, or like you break your leg or something, you got to sit on the chair with teachers in assemblies, and you're sitting there like, yeah, sit down, do this, do that. You feel like a proper boss. Anybody ever pull out a chair if someone's about to sit on it? I don't think this is just a little school thing. I think I still do that, which is really bad. Boys and girls all get to change in the classroom. There's no such thing as changing rooms and stuff like that in primary school. You don't need them. PE maths that you always have to pull out because you're going to be doing like gymnastics and stuff like that, and they're meant to be soft, and they are the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life. They are not soft. What about when it gets near like the end of term and your teacher comes in, they're walking with this like TV, and your whole class can like hear choirs singing. I think I will definitely remember this one because I'm pretty sure I was the one that always got hit in the face, but there was always a kid that got hit in the face with a football, and then for the rest of the term you had to go play with the sponge ball. I got hit in the face, I still do, all the time. I've got like a rock hard head now. I've had to rename Bulldog because it got banned for some reason, like when a kid get hurt or something like that, then it got banned. So then every time teachers were like, you're not playing Bulldog, or are you? You were like, no, we're playing Doggy Run. Having school parties and everyone trying to do the longest knee slide, and it usually was always the boys, but I definitely joined in with that. In fact, I think if there was a party now and I had like suitable clothes on, I would definitely still go for the knee slides. But I was always the one that ended up getting cuts on her knees because she goes into like the one bit of floor where there's a stone or something like that. Every story you wrote when you were younger, you started off with like this cracking idea, and you're going into like this long like story that was going to end up being like a movie or something. You thought it was amazing, and you never thought of the ending, so the endings always ended up, and then they woke up and realised it was just a dream. I did that a lot. How many times you accidentally call your teacher mum? Friendship bracelets? Everyone had at some point a friend, and you went to Claire's Accessories and got like a friendship bracelet. Whether the staff room being like Narnia. If you ever got asked to go in there, you were like the chosen one. I remember I went in there before when I was younger. It's sad because I can remember this because of how happy I was when it happened. I got to go in the staff room and sort out everyone's mail for like a couple of weeks or something. Like I had like a handful of teachers' mail, and I got to go to the staff room. They all had these pigeonholes, and I just got to sit there and put it all through. So actually, not only did I get to go in there, but I got to listen to like all the teachers' conversations and everything that they did in there, and it was like being on another planet. It was amazing. There was always two things. There was always one kid that always kicked the football out or something, or kicked the ball out, and then you had to go and get it. Hella annoying at my school when we were next to train tracks. We lost a lot of balls over at train tracks. Also really dangerous for the train, surely. And two, there was always some kids that always wanted to escape from school, and they were the ones that ended up getting us with like gates around our school, like barbed wire and stuff. If you don't care about your actual work, you either want the best word art, like look, or you want best bubble writing if you have to write it, and that's all you cared about. You spend the majority of the lesson just making sure you could do bubble writing. Did anybody else cheat in heads down, thumbs up? Like you could just look underneath the table, look at the shoes who pinched you, and then just match the shoes to who's standing at the front. Year 6 leavers assembly, thinking like that was like your big debut, and like you can't mess this up. It's like the biggest thing of your life. Nativities, where you never got to be a good character. Every single year you're like a shepherd, and all you have to do is walk over, give the baby Jesus a present, and then sit down again. Swapping lunchbox snackses. Swapping lunchbox snacks. You know, you get a breakaway bar, but your friend has a little bit of chocolate orange, and you need that. You used to be able to make Scooby snacks, and they were so good. And I used to bring those into school and like swap them for everyone else's like bigger snacks, because I'd have like a million at home, but I want bigger things. Don't understand why I'm not fat. Pibsoles in PE, or you got to go barefooted, or go in the Lost and Found, or you got to go barefooted and you end up getting like peas on your feet. Forgetting that you've gone up to secondary school and it's not primary school anymore, and the first time you put your hand underneath that table and your hand is covered in bits of gum. When you get one of them teachers that sit there and go, you answer this, you answer this, you answer this, and you sit there and you know every single answer. Then they say a question and you're like, one question you don't know, and they always then pick you, and you've got to sit there like a knob and turn around and go, I don't know. Yeah, that's fine, my phone's just going to interrupt my video. Is there anything else I want to drop in a video? Anything? You gotta turn around and sit there like a knob and be like, I don't know that one, but I knew all the rest. And he'll never believe you. Getting your phone confiscated, especially when it's your friend or someone that knows you're in a lesson and knows your phone's on loud and rings you on purpose because they think it's funny. It's not funny. If I go home and I don't have a phone and I die, copying Dick and Dom and always playing bogeys everywhere you go, try to shout as loud as possible, getting told off by the teachers. Fire alarm going off and everyone going absolutely mental and screaming their hearts out. Pretending to smoke with them little candy sticks you always got. And here's my favourite one, I've got to say it quick because my battery light's on my camera. Soapy paper. I shouldn't be teaching you this. If you haven't done this, please don't do this. Did anybody ever get paper towels or tissue, screw them up in a bowl, put soap on them, put water on them, squeeze them and just chuck them up in the air and then they stick to the roof and you can make like a paper mache roof? That was the highlight of my school years. So please let me know whether you did all of that or whether there's anything I've missed out or anything like that. You can Facebook me, tweet me, write in the comments, just something, just let me know whether all of that isn't just me or not. That'd be really great. Thanks for watching and I'll see you really soon in my next video. My chair's spinning. Bye! I was going to say it tastes bad, but I don't eat it. I just, you know, when you just know.